What's up everyone, Ryan here, and I'm back with another PGA 2K23 Career Mode Series video, and today it is time for round 1 of the Week 11 tournament, the Northern Shore Open at Emery Beach Club, and we are coming off an epic tournament in the Genesis Invitational. Ryan Gamer fell short barely in a playoff against Adam Long. We had a chance to force another playoff hole, but missed a putt. We got to leave that in the past and move on here to the Northern Shore Open. It is time to win. We've had back-to-back second place finishes, or 3 in a row. We've had 3 second place finishes in a row. We won the Farmers Insurance Open, so we're playing amazing golf. But my goal is to win the Northern Shore Open, win the Honored Palmer Invitational next week, and we are going into our home tournament on a 2-tournament win streak. At least that is my goal. You better believe there's one trophy Ryan wants a season. It's the Players Championship. But let's focus up on the Northern Shore Open here. Ryan Gamer sitting number 1 in the FedEx Cup points. Tiger Woods number 2. Lydia Ko number 3. John Rahm, and then Brooke Henderson. But it is time. Thank you all so much for all the support on this series. You all are all legends. If you get some enjoyment, drop a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more and stay tuned for plenty more content here on the Gamer Ability YouTube channel. If you're looking for more episodes in this series, check the full playlist I've linked in the description. It could be that the full series is already live, and Ryan Gamer is a multi-sport athlete. Tune in to his other sporting endeavors on the channel as well. He recently dove into NHL 24. That series has been so much fun, and he's trying to lead the Seattle Seahawks to the Super Bowl in Madden 24. That's so much fun those series has been. Let's go. Cheers, everybody.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Certainly excited to seeing this one. Strap yourselves in.
It's time. Hey, gotta get the nervous jitters out early. This is a golf course that I always struggle at. It has a lot of water, and you all know what happens when there's water. Now, I am using a new controller today, so I've been using the Xbox Series, just regular controller. Now today I've been working with this one all weekend, trying a Razer Wolverine version 2. Everybody has been recommending this controller to me, not only for this game, for other games, but especially this video game. A lot of players are saying it's up to par with the PS5 controller with regards to tempo in this game, and I've been working with it in the practice range. I'll show it to you here. So there's the Razer Wolverine V2. So many people have recommended me this controller. So many people. So we're going to try it out. Now, one thing I will say, it's extra sensitive. Like, I mean, super sensitive. That's why I wanted it, because you want a controller that has accurate input. It's a wired controller, and it's very sensitive, though. So you all will notice my swing plane might be all over the place, but tempo is so much more consistent so far. I will say it's harder for me to hit it perfect, but you see how the controller picks up those in-between zones? You see that on the feedback to the right? And you can hit those in-between areas versus the other controller. When you miss, a lot of times it misses big on the base Xbox One because it has less polling points. It's a less sensitive controller. This controller so far, has felt more sensitive, which sometimes is a good thing with regards to tempo, but with regards to swing plane, we'll see. So I don't know. We'll see if I like it. There's probably going to be some growing pains here using a new controller. We'll see.
That swing reminded me of
that felt good.
Jazz. Great rhythm.
But you can hit those in-between spots. Although it's harder for me to hit it perfect, I can get closer without having those wide fast or wide slows. Because a lot of times when you miss tempo on the base Xbox Series controller, it goes everywhere.
Makes its way to the first cut.
And that's the beauty to me of the PS5 controller. If you all have not used the PS5 controller, it's so good for this game. It's so good tempo. I still think the PS5 controller is even better than this Razer Wolverine V2. This one is the closest one I've ever played to the PS5 controller, which is great. But that PS5 controller, if I knew how to hit swing plane on that thing, that would be the controller. Even though obviously I can't use it on Xbox here. But 120 yards left. Let's see if we can put this close. Gotta be the gap wedge. 94, 96% lie. Yeah, I felt that one. See, now, interesting enough,
Just needs this one to kick right.
that tempo is very close to my normal tempo that I hit, and you can see it slide on the slow side. The other controller would pick that up as a perfect, most likely. But
And
then
he's
if you're a
safely
little
on the
bit
green.
off, this controller is going
This
to pick it
one's a
up.
birdie.
The Xbox Series controller here is probably not going to pick it up. It's going to be that further along that line, and it's going to make the shot go. The beauty of a more sensitive controller that has more polling points for along that tempo line. 13 feet, uphill 1 inch. Make this putt. Oh,
Just missed.
speaking of swing playing, and I crushed it.
Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones. Right on 8 feet.
That's one thing. This controller barely seems to vibrate. That's something I'm getting used to. Barely seems to vibrate at all.
Good looking putt. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine
Bit too
a
close.
little bit frustrated after such a great shot in.
Yeah, we should have had a birdie. My scores are going to drop. Always playing with the new controller. You're going to drop. If I could hit swing plate on the PS5 controller, I'd play it. So I swing with left stick.
Trying to play one of the one-shotters.
You all do not want to see me use that PS5 controller. So you see how that alignment of the left stick is like straight with the other one? Oh my, have you all ever taught a kid how to play a video game? And you say swing it straight, down and up, and the kid kind of goes in circles and all around? That's me on the PS5 controller. Some might say it's some of the worst swing playing they've ever seen in gaming. And I would probably agree with that. Got lucky with the wins here in this morning round. 166. I'm going to go full loft or full backspin and stick this thing. Let's do a practice swing. That swing felt good, but look at that swing plane. That was a great swing, but...
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Well, when you fast it and pull it... Told you there's going to be some growing pains. Oh
Not sure
my,
if that's
I
how they drew
felt
it
that
up.
one though.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par.
I just sent that one. I felt it. And that's another thing that I have liked about this controller so far. Will I keep using it? I don't know. It depends on how good I play with it. But it's when I hit the tempo, it feels like the tempo I hit. Does that make sense? On the other controller, I would hit some tempos that I just felt were all over the place. So I could see why people really like this controller. That's perfect. That's just gorgeous. It's going to roll out too much, unfortunately. That was a great shot.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par.
And I'm still not feeling very well, so the throat is still hurting. The voice is coming back, though, so voice sounds a little bit different. Why? But it might not. 13 feet, uphill 2. Left to right. Problem is with my swing playing, you just never know where the ball is going to go, right?
Looking good.
That was pretty good.
He'll take that.
Look at Ryan fired up.
And with that, he'll stay right there at even par.
Stevens at the top, 4 under through 12. CT Pan, Adam Long, who's having another good tournament.
And the player steps up to this short par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Rich, don't you worry. We always played aggressively. I'm sending this ball. This could go anywhere, though. Felt good. I look at that swing plane. Well,
I hope you
tempo
pack
was
the bucket and
good,
spade 'cause
but
you're heading to the sand.
huh.
Here's a chance to get up and down from the greenside bunker.
Shows that tempo is not everything, right? Why I don't play this game on PS5. And that's also why I don't use a PS5 controller on PC, because swing playing can really send your ball off. I'm gonna flop this. Usually people would splash, but I think flop's better here.
Okay, phase one complete. You've got to make a good putt here. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Send it.
This really looks good.
And that's a master stroke.
We're getting it.
It not only improves their position in the field, they're now ahead of their rival.
First birdie. Get your coffee, whatever you're drinking
And as
today.
the
Cheers,
scorecard
everybody.
suggests, heading up the leaderboard.
1 under through 3. Let's keep it up.
Teeing off here at the 4th.
Nice birdie in the last hole for a change. First one of the day. They needed it desperately. Now
These are the
next hole,
bunkers Ryan
looking for
hits, right? Like, most players don't hit these bunkers. Ryan Gamer, like, it's like a magnet. We're not hitting it. Felt really good. That's great tempo. Like, it
Well, I like
just...
to look at the line here. This should
It
find the
feels like
fairway.
I'm hitting it, right? It feels nice. This controller picks up more of those tempo regions.
And what's in front
It's a
of them
good
there,
controller.
Henny?
Very
Setting
similar
up
to the
here from about
PS5.
140 yards.
The closest controller I played to the PS5 as far as like how good the input is. .132, uphill 3 feet. I'm gonna attack this.
Looks like
That
they're
felt
going with the
really
pitching
good.
wedge.
Now look at the swing plane though. The swing tempo felt perfect, and it was.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket.
Wow, very aggressive play on this approach, putting some pressure on their rival Brooke Henderson.
Look how far we
This
rolled
putt
out.
is to move inside the all-important top 10.
Welcome to Emery Beach Club, everybody. That's this golf course. 162s, they're super fast at these green speeds, and wow, 11 feet, downhill 1. Probably breaking a couple feet here.
That was a gallant attempt.
Y'all see that swing plane?
Putting for a par now.
It's amazing how sensitive though how sensitive the controller is. I will say that's a beauty of the regular Xbox One controllers, the Xbox Series controllers, is that the dead zones are very forgiving on swing plane. They're not very sensitive. But wow. This is like sensitive to the max.
Oh, that's a clutch par.
But I would rather have that.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead.
Is CT Pan 4 under through 17, Steven 3 under through 14, Aaron Wise 3 under through
The
13.
fifth hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, your thoughts?
Luke, the water on the left-hand
Sending
side
it.
really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
Oh, we won't miss, Rich.
Going with the 7. Now that's heading further left than they wanted, I think.
That swing plane was something. That was something. We'll say it was
Didn't
something.
quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped. Second shot here on the 5th.
Shows how much more sensitive. It also shows how that the Xbox One, how forgiving their swing planes are at default. Wow, the sensitivity's nuts. But also shows that our tempo is very consistent, either slight fast, slight slow. Like we have our tempo narrowed in. We're not getting those big in between polling points. "13 feet downhill 2. Gotta make this.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold.
It's always a surprise when I make one right now because of you never know where it's going. Now, last week our putting was excellent, right?
After that hole.
Hope we can keep it up, but look at Paul. 4 under through 5. Paul has had some great tournaments recently. I think it's in the top 10 in FedEx Cup. You know, I'm confident in tempo. I'm not confident in swing planes. We're going right.
Lovely.
Pushed it.
Lovely rhythm.
Good tempo, but just pushed it.
Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be.
Now, one thing I will say, it took a lot of practice at the range. It's an adjustment whenever you get a new any type of new controller, even just a brand new of the same controller. It's always an adjustment. So I spent a lot of time in the range. And did it help my swing plane? Oh, I'll let you all be the judges of that. Yeah, swing plane's really good.
Henny, how bad is this lie?
They got to use all the bounce
That's a bad
and
lie.
strength that they can muster. This is sitting down.
Yeah, 71 to 78%. Uphill around 14 feet. I do like the full send 8 iron. The uphill lie concerns me though. That's the biggest concern here. Swing plane, great swing though. Is a slight fast or slight slow, even right next to that perfect, is still really good, right? It's not going to send the shot off too much. Now the swing plane.
Well, if you can make that big putt, it'll save that bunker shot, that's for sure.
39
Always
feet.
nice to have a birdie putt.
Uphill 4 inches. Now this is tough because it's up the hill and then it's down the hill at the end. These are the putts we were making last week though.
Okay, steady now.
No!
Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
That's a momentum shifting shot, everybody. That is a beautiful read. It was diving and it just hung up on that top side. How many of you all thought that was dropping? I thought for sure it was dropping.
And down it goes.
Can somebody call in the birdie train?
1 under for the event.
Paul is 5 under through 6. We're gonna have to at least get to 6 under this round. There's gonna be some.
It's time to begin
some tough.
this par 4 hole.
There's gonna be some tough times here in these next few weeks. I know, you know, they're getting used to the new controller, getting used to the swing plane sensitivity. There's gonna be some growing pains with it. There's gonna be some tough rounds, but I think in the end, it will be better. Because we're not getting those random slows and random fast when they shouldn't be. Right? I think that's going to be the big thing that we'll notice the difference in long term. I'm going to send this. I felt that. Good shot. It felt good, but I felt that push.
You can't do that. I was just going to say that.
You'll have to work extra hard to get out of this one.
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
Yeah, best bunker technique. Good thing we have one of the best bunker players on tour, Ryan Gamer. Spends a lot of time here in this end.
All right, let's see if he can improve on this bunker play. Sitting
What did I
at
just
1
say?
under the card.
Did I say that? Let's make this. Come on, Ryan. Telling you all, this course always
great.
gets me.
Just missed the hole.
I fall for all the traps that this course offers. What a bunker shot, though.
Luke.
Like, this
Putted
course,
about 7 feet to the
something
hole.
about it
This
just
one
crushes
to
me.
save par. It's looking solid.
We'll take it.
And that's a way to fight back from a tough break. Well
We
holed.
need some birdies.
In the bunker with their tee shot. Nice save indeed.
Currently 1 under for the tournament.
Swing playing. Once we get
Let's see
swing
what
playing,
happens
that's
here
when
at
we'll
the
be
eighth.
good. Tempo is there. It's the swing playing that, oh my. Something. We're going to attack this right at it.
All right, we're going with an
That felt
extra
so good.
club here.
Swing playing was, oh, something. So I pulled it back and then looped it around and then sent it
That's
to
tiny.
the left.
And
How
this
do you
putt
even
to
do
move into
that?
The top 20.
Like, if somebody told me to do that, I'd be like, what did you say? Excuse me? How did you say to hit it straight again? Yeah, you just take it, you spin it around, and then you swing it up and to the left. Oh, okay.
This has eyes for the hole.
That's such a good putt. We're getting so close. See, the thing about this week and last week
Not
these
sure
putts
if
were
they
dropping.
Understood the lie of the land there, Rich. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
This is what they have left for par here.
One time.
On a nice line.
That's big. That's big.
Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par.
We have to get a birdie here on the par 5. I don't remember what number 9
Trailing by
is.
5 shots after that hole.
6 under through 8. Paul at the top. He's dominating the field, but there's a lot of players
As
left
we
to play.
head now to the par 5 next.
We have to send this. It's swing playing again. Tempo was fine.
Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Guys,
it's
you
like-
know the worst
it's
lie you've ever
also-
seen? Yeah, times that by 10. This is nasty.
Thank you, Henny, for instilling confidence in us. But one thing I will say, the thumbsticks on this controller are pretty loose. It feels like, and that's also what makes the swing playing a little bit tougher right now. They're very loose compared to the Xbox default Xbox One controller. So that probably is also why they don't. The thumbsticks are not very stiff, which makes that swing playing a little bit harder as well. I think being more sensitive is the main thing, as you can see there. Good swing. Maybe I need to tilt my controller or something, you know? Because we're consistently pulling right.
And here we are with the third
up.
shot. 5 shots off the pace.
39 yards, uphill 2 feet. This is ideal range. We can make this. We can make this.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
So walking up to this shot, you know, the legendary caddy Doc, you know, she was talking to Ryan, and Ryan was like, how? I don't understand how to get the swing playing. And Doc told Ryan, just hit it straighter. Just swing it back and forward straight. So we'll see if that pays off. We'll see. She's not wrong, right? It is that simple.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Oh, what a super shot.
Don't
And
rewind
with
it.
He'll move to a couple
Nothing
under
to see
par.
there. Move on. Swing plane was perfect. They canceled each other out perfect. Nothing to see there. Don't rewind. Don't look at it.
And as
That's
we
a
step
birdie.
on to the 10th tee, Rich, always good to look back at the 9 holes just played.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Send it. Tempo's feeling so good today, though. Like, it really is. We're hitting tempo. It's just... we're not hitting much of anything else.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
116, uphill 14 feet. Send it.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Great tempo, and the swing plane was to the right and then left, so they kind of cancel each other out. Good shot.
Yeah, that looked pretty good the whole way.
Got to make
Chance
this.
to get to 3 under with this.
We're tied for 13th
This
place.
for a birdie run.
12 feet, uphill 4 inches. Get your one times ready, everybody. You know what we need.
It's on a great line.
Yes.
Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies.
We're back.
And what a way to jump into the top 10.
It's not unlikely for Ryan to struggle in the
He's
beginning
currently tied for
of
8th.
round one. We've
Always
seen
like
it
to
all
see
season.
your name moving up the leaderboard.
Well,
Never a bad thing.
Not necessarily all season. We saw it more last season, but still.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves.
We have
A
seen it
chance to
this
keep it
season
rolling.
recently. 220, because we've been having to come back every tournament this season. We always have that epic comeback. We don't always win, considering we've had 3 good comebacks but haven't won. Now, wow. Why not? I'm not afraid. Dippo's dialed in right now. I'm not afraid. Are you all?
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
I forgot about swing plane. It's a good thing we pulled that. Tempo was good. It's hard to have both, right? You can't have it all, right?
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
That does make putting
Chance
easier.
to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
8
A good
feet.
putt to make.
Downhill 2 inches. Done.
This one's looking good. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
Act
They'll
like you've
take
been there
that
before,
also
right?
Into the top 5 now.
Everything's fine.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots.
So 4 under through 11. We got Paul at the top. Adam
Here we
having
are,
another
Rich,
good tournament.
on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side.
What do we do, Rich?
Comes into play if you really mishit it. But the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up-and-down birdie.
Thanks, Rich. Let's not find that little bunker in the middle of the fairway.
That's a touch of the Freddie Couples
We
rhythm
are
right there.
in rhythm. That swing felt so good. We are in that rhythm.
Playing this shot from around 220 yards here. Currently 4 shots off the pace.
220 uphill 6 feet. So 213 lofted backspin and attack. That's the swing right there.
Well, they'd
Swing
love a
plane,
little bounce to the
you know.
right here.
It's something, but overall good tempo.
Good shot there.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
31 feet, uphill 1 foot. Steady left to right. Tough to get the speed right up the slope, but if we hit this eagle, this is massive. I hit it too hard? No, it just... That thing never broke. Our swing plane was off, but that would have pulled it the other way, right?
To move them into a tie for second.
Hey, never going to complain. This is for another birdie. We are ready now. Thank you for calling in the birdie train, whichever one of y'all did that. What a putt.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Currently has a share of second place. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
It's a dangerous shot. I don't think there's really a need to even get risky. Right? Just put it up in this area. Another thing I wanted to say, this controller, you can use it on TGC tours. This is actually what a lot of the Xbox players are using on the top tours, because it gets them closer, it's more sensitive, right? So of course it can be used on TGC tours, but with it being more sensitive, you have more consistent tempo, right? So that's why players are starting to use it on the higher tours. And people have been telling me to use this controller for the past 6 months, longer than that. And I never did, but I probably should have. And I can see why players like it. It's very consistent. I've not had one random slow or random fast. You all that have watched my videos, like when you miss it, when it can feel like you striped it, and it just goes. Haven't had that yet on this one. Send it. But I can't give my full impressions on it. Now, I will say, this controller for other games is amazing. Like shooters, it has paddles. The one I have has paddles on the back. Really good for that. It's really good for racing games. I used it with racing. I tried it on a lot of different games this weekend. So I can't say whether I like it better on this game yet. So far, yes for tempo, not for swing play. It's just so sensitive. So if I move back to the other controller, it's going to be cause swing play. Unless I just get good.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 13th.
It's a very
9
good
feet
controller.
To the cup.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
This controller is on par with this Xbox Series Elite controller. So this controller I don't really like for golf. For one, I don't want to break it, my baby. But also, it's just so inconsistent tempo for me. I don't know why. It's more inconsistent than the default one, and it's more sensitive, which makes it harder. But this controller for every other game is fantastic. But this other controller is cheaper, way cheaper than that one, and this Razer Wolverine may end up being as good as that controller. And even better for golf. I don't know yet until I need to spend a lot more time with it. But I'm loving it so far. Make the putt. We are on fire.
And that will drop in for birdie. And that will move into 6 under par.
Don't look at the scorecard. Nothing to see there, everybody. Don't look. Another day at the office for Ryan Gamer. This is what we did last week.
To maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort.
2 back from Paul, John Rahm up there, Ryan Gamer and Adam Long. I want revenge against Adam Long.
Let's begin the 14th.
522-yard par 4. Find the fairway.
Oh, you couldn't paint a better picture. Gorgeous swing.
Couldn't paint a better picture. Luke apparently missed that diagonal swing. Yeah, they canceled each other out, but it was not ideal.
This shot from around the 200-yard mark.
You all came here for the life stories and for the golf and stayed because of the swing plane. 198, uphill 4. See if we can send this in. Now, one thing I will say, Ryan Gamer may be sore, which could have been part of the start. He's been playing hockey, the NHL. He got drafted to the Chicago Blackhawks, and he had his season debut yesterday. Watch that video. Trust me. Go watch it on the channel page. It is epic. It is an epic first game, and wait to see the hits that Ryan puts on him. And he got in his first NHL fight. Trust me, you would not want to miss that. That's why Ryan probably started off slow. We're going to send this off this edge, put it in the hole. Felt great. Felt so good. And some of you might not know what polling points is when I'm saying like this controller is more sensitive. It has more polling points.
Putt for birdie.
What that with tempo, what that means is that the controller is more sensitive. So you can see that with swing playing. You go back and watch my other videos and watch this one. But also, the tempo registers not only the perfect, it registers those slight slows and slight fasts, and it can register all different points on that system. The other controller, the default Xbox controller, if you all will notice, if you watch my videos, when you miss, or if you play with that, when you miss, it's usually like a significant gray fast, or a significant gray slow, or even a very significant one. It's very hard to hit those in-between points. Those in-between points are either going to register a perfect or outside that range. That's what I mean by more sensitive. The default Xbox One controllers were built with battery life in mind. Even if you plug them in, there's no true wired input. A controller that has that wired input is built for not battery life, is built for decreased input delay and increased controller sensitivity, which is what you want. It's going to have more polling point. So we're talking about a lot about controllers here. Hey, the educational video, 36 feet, uphill 1 foot. Let me teach you how to make a putt.
Looking really good, this one.
Just like that.
Eyes for it the whole way. And that will take him to 7 under.
Putting has been insane recently.
One more look at that shot.
I could watch this one all day. Who
Me and
would've
you
thought
both,
that would
Henny.
go in?
Are you saying you didn't believe in us, Henny? Wow. That kind of hurts. Henny didn't believe in us. Huh.
He's currently just in second place.
Second place, Paul is right there. Kevin Strowman, John Rahm. I want to get to 9 under. The leader has been
Let's
9
head to
under
this
after round
leafy
1
par
in
4.
recent tournaments. What a fun season this has been, though, right? Like, every single tournament this season has been epic. We've been battling every single one. Pushed it.
Attaboy. Good shot.
168.
Anthony, what's he looking at here?
Uphill 4
By
feet.
my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
Let's send the 7-iron. A little bit of loft and backspin and go to attack this thing. It's a tough par 4. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention. When you do get a new controller, not if it's the same type, you probably don't have to. When you get a new different type of controller, you should probably calibrate. Because one thing you'll notice if you go to the range, it's going to be like way off. So you probably do have to calibrate the tempo. So I had to. On this controller, it was like super slow every single time. And I calibrated to my swing, and then it was just like it should be, right? So you probably do have to calibrate if you do get a new controller.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
We got to get tempo dialed in. I mean, not tempo. We got to get swing playing because a perfect tempo, huge pull. And when you put hit shot shaping and partial on master swing, it is going to go.
Nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Even just little misses are going to go out a lot. 34 feet, downhill 1 foot. But then the question becomes, what's more important, swing plane or tempo? You all, what is your all's thoughts on that? What's more important, swing plane or tempo? Wait, speaking of swing plane, you all think my swing plane is not great today? Remember when I was talking about the PS5 controller earlier? Trust me, this looks like the best player in the world compared to me on PS5 control. That's not an over-exaggeration.
Oh, so close.
So close. I crushed it, though. That's such a tough putt. 8 feet. Uphill 2 inches. Steady right to left.
It was on a good line.
I crushed it.
Bogey putt coming up here.
That's on me. Do you want to win or do you want to lose, Ryan?
Looks good.
That limits the damage.
We had 6 birdies in a row and then a bogey. Hey, can't complain. That's a great round so far, but let's get some birdies back.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage.
Which one of you all told the birdie train to stop for a bogey? Hate to see it. Paul is at the top, 9 under. Okay, we got a birdie. Let's birdie out. This pin location is so mean. I mean, 150. Tempo's been on, though. I'm going to attack it. Loft and backspin. Right at it.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. There's looks to be
Got
heading to the
lucky
green.
we fasted that. Look at that swing plane. The fast and swing plane canceled each other out.
Well, got some sort of streak going on here. Greens in regulation. What
So
a
we
statistic.
hit that in-between
Another
area on the
green in
fast, if y'all noticed that.
This is an absolute clinic.
That would have been probably a mega fast on the other one. It felt good to me. The swing felt good, but just, I guess, a little bit off onto the fast side. Gotta make this.
This looks like it's got the speed and the
That
line.
underswing?
Oh, that would have been nice to make.
And that should secure the par on this one.
You know what's a painful sport? Golf.
That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an
We
opportunity
always
was lost.
overswing. Look at Ricky
Now, 3
Fowler up
strokes
there.
back
Love
after
that.
that hole.
JT and Paul. Take out the
Beach
top
Golf
3.
Club is another one of these courses, Rich, that has a short par 4 at 17th.
Oh, I'm attacking
Does.
it.
As you can see, a massive bunker
Why
down
not?
the left-hand side. So players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
So it's swing plane, right? That swing plane's better than a pull, though. So there's that. Lob. Yeah, full lofted backspin. Look at this green. Okay, this is a nightmare shot. That's about the best we can do. I mean, what else are you going to do there, right?
Getting
These
ready to
golf
play their
holes,
third.
they're
Just
so
3
sneaky
strokes
tough.
back.
Like, that's the reason Ryan always struggles here. Calls for all the tricks, and when you do that, you leave yourself with shots like that and putts like this. Now, it's left to right, then right to left, and left to right. It's just straight in.
Super shot that. To
What
the
a
top
gift.
5 he goes.
What a gift.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Cheers. Well, I just love this game, though. Like, I mean, you all tell I play it a lot, but I love it. Honestly, I love all the career modes that I play on the channel. Wow, that's a big time putt.
And now -7 for the event.
So Paul is at the top, dominating. JT, Tiger Woods moves up there. Love that. We are tied with Tiger.
Teeing off here at the lucky last.
Are we gonna have
The
Ryan
18th.
Gamer and Tiger Woods in the next to final pairing? Good. Okay. You all remember was it in season 1 when we hit the water on the approach? I believe so. Let's not do that. I think it was on a we could have forced a playoff and then we hit the water, I think. Here we go. Striping it. Did I hit 150 shots or more in the range? Maybe. Baby.
Quality shot, that one. This shot coming from around 220 yards. 3 shots off the lead.
218 yards, downhill 4 feet. I'm attacking this. Steady left to right. Off the lie. Keep in mind what I mean. Look at this lie. Left to right off the lie. So this is going to be very dangerous. If we miss swing plane, we're in the water. You can't play scared. You want to win or do you want to lose?
Going with the hybrid.
Look at that swing plane, finally. Imagine if I could focus that much on every single shot. I'm down. It's going to stay up
That
there.
doggle hunt.
Hold this putt and a chance for second place.
This is massive. 14 feet, downhill 5. I don't even know how we get this in the same zip code. And what I mean by that is the downhill. If you miss this, it's going off the green. This is a very tough putt. But do you want to win or do you want to lose? I want to win.
Just didn't drop.
I mean, we tap that and look at it. Welcome to this golf course.
What are we looking at for this
Welcome
putt,
to
Henning?
Emery Beach
This
Club,
one, guys,
everybody.
He's got around 9 feet.
Especially when you get fast greens. 9 feet. We got the benefit of having low winds. We kind of got lucky. We've had a couple rounds recently where we had no winds, but it's kind of nice. 9 feet, uphill 3. Left to right, then right to left. Need to make this.
Gets that
What a
one
round.
to go down, and that'll end the day's work.
Look at that back. That's how you come back. That's incredible.
And as this round winds down, he finishes in second place.
Absolutely, Luke. Can't wait to do it again tomorrow.
So we will be in the final pairing. Paul takes the top. Paul's had a great season. 10 under. Ryan Gamer, without that bogey, would have been within 1. But we are now 2 strokes back. We will probably be in the final pairing. It'll be either be Paul and JT Poston or Paul and Ryan Gamer. I hope it's Paul and JT and Ryan and Tiger Woods, right? So Tiger is in 4th, John Rahm, Ricky Fowler, Kevin Stroman, Adam Long, and Dylan. Brooke Henderson really struggled. 1 under there on the day. It was not her day, even though she's had a great season overall. It doesn't look like we're going to get our revenge against Adam Long. Well, technically we got it because we took him down in the next round after he beat us in the last tournament. We played great. That was such a fun round. That's not the best round I've played on that course, but I was a lot more consistent. And consistency is key. Consistency is key. Let's take a look at the event stats. Well, let's take a look at the scorecard first, because that was amazing. 2 under on the front. We went between 9 and 14. We birdied all those holes. Bogeyed 15th, hard 16th, and then came back and finishing back-to-back birdies. Without those back-to-back birdies on the back, we would be 4 strokes down. And it would have been tough to come back, especially how the AI plays in the final round. So you will see the final round on Thursday, most likely this week. If it's not on Thursday, you'll probably see it on the weekend. It's usually Tuesday, Thursday, unless something comes up. I haven't been feeling well, so if the voice starts to kind of go out a little bit, I'm trying not to get carried away. But I got a little excited in this video. Did I say... Didn't I say I felt like we were more consistent? 46% fairways? Okay, swing plane is key. Who cares about tempo? No, I'm just kidding. I would much rather have tempo, but it shows that when your swing plane's all over the place, 46% fairways. But then 77% greens. We will take it. Proximity hole was amazing. 21 feet. 46%. That might be the worst I've ever had in this game. I think it is. Now, putting has been great these past 2 weeks. We struggled there on the front, but got it together. 46% long putts out of 13 is amazing. Scrambling 100, that's excellent. Birdie conversion of 57. It was higher last week, but our putts weren't dropping here on the front. 9 birdies on the day, 8 pars, only 1 bogey. But what a tournament that was. Talked a lot about controllers that tournament as well, so which is kind of nice. You all kind of got a little controller review of my experience with all the controllers. If I had to rate the controllers for this game real quick, PS5 number 1, number 2 as of now would be the Xbox, the Razer Wolverine V2. Number 3, I would give the default Xbox Series controller, and then the Xbox Series Elite controller. The kind of the higher end Xbox controller. I have not played with PS4 on this game. I've not played with any other controllers. Those are the ones I've used. But that's how I'd rank them. There's just something special about the tempo on that PS5 controller. Although this is very much like that. Very much. This controller is very much consistent like the PS5 controller. Very consistent, very accurate input. The PS5 controller is a little bit less sensitive on the swing plane. And I'm not even good with that controller on swing. There's that. But I think this controller is really narrows that gap between that PS5 controller and PS4 controller and the Xbox. So we'll see as I play with it more. But thank you for watching this video to the end. If you got some enjoyment, drop a like. It really helps. Subscribe for more. There's plenty of career mode content to tune into here on the channel. We have 2 golf careers, PGA 2K23, and then EA Sports PGA Tour. And then we have NHL 24, Madden 24, and MLB The Show 23. And we've done a lot more in the past. If you want even more from me, check out the second channel, Gamer Ability 2. Link in the description to that. Been posting Forza Motorsports and Starfield content over there if you're interested in that. But I will see you in the next one. As always, have a fantastic day, everybody.